Okay, just going to have a quick look at question 3. It's asking us to look at the reaction between the iodide minus ion and the peroxidized sulfate S2O8 2 minus ion. We can identify these in the table as being the top reaction with respect to the peroxidized sulfate and the iodide minus ion down here. Now, looking at the voltages, these are the correct way around. We've got the more positive voltage for the peroxidized sulfate on top of the less positive voltage underneath it, which means that the peroxidized sulfate reaction is going to go in the forward direction. The iodide minus ion reaction is going to go in the reverse direction. So that's all okay. Now, the question is asking us about catalysis. So what we have to be aware of is there a situation between these three metal ions, so cobalt 2 plus, iron 2 plus, and chromium 2 plus, whereby the ions, whether it be the cobalt 2 plus ion or the cobalt 3 plus ion, because of the kind of couple between the two metal ion states, can they be reverted between those two states by the reaction? And what we can see is that in the cobalt 2 plus and cobalt 3 plus is the peroxidized sulfate reaction. When that one goes in the forward direction, that will be able to reverse the cobalt 2 plus back to cobalt 3 plus because this voltage is lower than this one. So that will work. So peroxidized sulfate will react with cobalt 2 plus. The question is, though, will the cobalt 3 plus be able to be brought back to regenerate the cobalt 2 plus by the iodide? And in this example, yes, it will. Because if the iodide minus goes backwards, as we're wanting it to do, then a voltage which is higher than the 0.54 volts will be forced to go in the forward direction, or asked to go in the forward direction. And the cobalt 3 plus ion has a higher voltage in the forward direction than the iodide minus ion does. So in answer to that one, the cobalt 2 plus and 3 plus, and subsequently because of the voltages that we have, we've got both a plus 1.82 volts, which we have there, and a plus 0.77 volts, which we have there, both of which are trapped between the two voltage couples of the reaction that we're looking at. So cobalt 2 plus isn't the answer to the question. Iron 2 plus isn't the answer to the question either. Iron 3 plus is also not the answer to the question because we can cyclize between iron 3 plus and iron 2 plus. And so chromium 2 plus is the answer to the question, because even though chromium 2 plus will be made to generate chromium 3 plus by the reaction with peroxidized sulfate at the top, the iodide reaction is too strong a reaction, or is too positive a voltage of a reaction, because what will actually happen is the chromium 3 plus isn't sufficient to react with the iodide or the iodine once it has been created. So the answer is chromium 2 plus.